What's up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here. We are back in the world of FTB Unleashed, and I wanted to go ahead and show you guys. I did get Dyer on the server. As you can see, some of the stuff has changed. I wanted to show you guys the actual physical implementation. Now, you guys may have remembered that I had this place squared off in my last video. I tore out all of this area here. That was where the base was going to be planted. I had my bees, which I showcased in the last video, right here. And then I had a couple chests over here. I moved all the chests and such over to this area right here. All of my bees are in here. German got me these bees as a gift, and he also sent over a bunch of impregnated frames. So it was kind of interesting when I broke all my apiaries, all of them had impregnated frames in them. And I didn't know what impregnated frames were. Apparently they speed up the bees' functionality or whatnot. And then he's given me a couple interesting bee options here. He's also given me a bee house, which I guess is a slightly better version of the apiary from what the little note said, and I got to talk to him about it, but it doesn't need impregnated frames to speed up the running. So I'm just going to assume that it works fine. You can see that for the most part, Dyer Bee's construction remained the same. He did tweak the smokestacks per my request, and they look a lot better now than they did. They look pretty solid. And as I mentioned to you guys earlier, the inside definitely does not have the steam engines. We will be building those normally. God, this force armor is ridiculously fast. He also extended the wall over here so that we can get to all of the sides. As you can see right there, that's up, and we can also get to right here. So both of those options are now open, which is something that wasn't previously. So I'll be loading this up at least temporarily with probably a few machines over in this area, and then I'll be loading up the steam engines and the steam boilers and engines here as we get time. Now, the other thing, this out here was made by Remco. These down here and the wiring I will replace once I get to it. As you can see right now, it's just a mock-up. It's not actually being used. But he set this up, created these, and they are fully functional. I will not be using these. So don't freak out just because you see some pretty ridiculous stuff. But I wanted him to build some power lines. I think he did a real good job with these under the water setups. If we get down here, you can see that they're set up all the way down to the core. So they actually look like cemented end pillars. For the OCD people, they are the same height, so people won't freak out. And I thought he did a pretty good job. And it looks amazing. Now, a lot of you guys may be asking, what the hell is this? Well, if we zoom all the way out, you may notice that it looks kind of like one of the honeycombs, sort of. I'm going to go ahead and just make one real quick so you can see the difference. You can see right here. Now with the honeycombs are... It's kind of hard to do a honeycomb properly in Minecraft because from what people were saying, they are... Heck, well, I guess there's multiple kinds of honeycombs if you look at different ones. Or maybe not. Hang on. The one we were looking at... Oh, it's because we're in vanilla. Okay, so in vanilla, they are four-sided. So if you look at it closely, this is an exact replica, basically, of the honeycomb, with the exception of the center. The center is a little bit wider on this one. I will be putting all of my bees here and going from there. Now, the problem is... There was a debate, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you this. Now, I wanted to show you guys what this looked like in vanilla before we switched to Sphax. The reason why in vanilla it looks much more similar to an actual honeycomb, whereas with Sphax the color changes, so it looks completely different. And when Dyer Bee constructed it, he was using vanilla, which most people would be using, so it looks very much like a honeycomb. Whereas here in just a second, once Sphax loads, and it does take Sphax for freaking ever to load. But once Sphax loads, you're going to notice a pretty drastic difference between the two graphics, but I did want to show you guys the side by side. The other thing is, With Sphax, the honeycomb texture changes as well. You're going to want to look and flip back and forth between these two parts of the video, and you'll be able to see the difference in graphics which you'll be able to see right about now. Now, if you look here, oh, the color's different. Oh, he must have changed the wood. He did. He changed the wood. Okay. That's awesome. Okay. Outstanding. Previously, he was using a redwood. I want to say it was amber. Was it the amber blocks? I'm not sure. The wood that he has right here was not yellow in Sphax. It was red. So he must have seen it on the stream and gone and changed it once I got offline. But the nice thing is now it actually looks like it. And if you go and watch my stream, it was red. Damn it! I'm not imagining it. But if you look really closely in Sphax on this little honeycomb right here, you can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-sided. Where if you look in vanilla, it's it looks just like this one right here. So Dutch, there was a big OCD argument between all of the folks on whether it was hexagonal or whether it was pentagonal. I think I don't remember. There was a bunch of geometry, and it was really early this morning. This right here was Dutch's construction, and if you look on the map up here, let me see if I can get the map. Is there a way to get the map up bigger? I don't know the map button. Oh, crap. Well, up in the upper right-hand corner up here, if you look, you can see this looks a lot more honeycomb-like. I mean, it really looks honeycomb-like, but it's not as aesthetically appealing as this over here. This looks a lot more fleshed out. It's a little bit smoother. It's a little bit more crisp. It's a little bit more clear, and it just kind of works a little bit better. So Medialock destroyed most of his base today, and unfortunately did not give me a chance to burn it down, to which I was very devastated. But I'm going to be breaking down this honeycomb right here in the next couple days, and then we're going to just be going with this. And this over here is where I will set up all of my bees. And our goal here is very similar to the person who was setting up the build for me that used oily bees. That's basically what we're going to be looking for, is trying to find some oily bees. And then we're going to use the wiring underneath here. And there should be plenty of room on this to handle everything we need to handle. So, I mean, it might be a little tight in here, but I think we ought to be good. And it just looks absolutely amazing from up here. I mean, it is far, like when he started building this, I was like, dude, this is really not going to work out. It looks terrible. And then like the longer he built on it, I was like, oh wow. Because he started with just building the things in the center and not doing the inlay, the little, hang on, this little wood area here. He didn't do the wood in the area until he was done. He did just the amber blocks right here. And so when he was laying those out, it kind of looked, there's massive gaps between it. I was just like, really? So the next thing I'm either going to have Dyer B and Remco build, or we may do another contest for, is right here. I want a oil tanker. And you can see right here, we kind of have the back end of a ship that could kind of fit in here almost naturally. But I want a big oil tanker here, probably about, I don't know, what is that, about 30 blocks wide. And then come out to about, I would say about here. And then I'm going to build oil platforms and then pump all the oil into the refine. And so this is going to be, it's going to be an oil tanker and mobile oil refinery all in one. And so I'm going to have it do all of the oil, sorry for the email. I'm going to have it do all the oil building or refining, the sucking, etc., the storage, and then it's going to pump the gas through liquid ducts into this system. And I'm probably going to actually set up a constructing device to actually move it. I mean, I could move it with a Tesseract, but it just doesn't look as good as if it's actually piped in. So we'll probably make some kind of cool looking piping system to actually bring it into the boiler system. So this is going to be the last setup video before we get started. In the next video, I'll be setting up my bees on the Giant Honeycomb of Doom. I'll be moving all of my crap from over here in this chest and over here in my other base. Whoops. From my other base over here to the new house. And then we should be good. We'll start at the Let's Play. I'm going to try and do at least 4 or 5 episodes a week. And that should be pretty solid. But I did want to show you guys what Dyerby had done, how awesome I thought it was, and then give a shout out to Remco for making the coolest looking power lines ever even if I have to rebuild all the machine parts that are used in it. And the cool thing is, that's EU down there. That's like the actual power station. And these right here convert it. And then right here we've got redstone conduits. That's what these are. They kind of look different in Sphax, but these are redstone conduits. So we have EU down there. It goes through the pipes, and then we spit out MJs, which I think is kind of cool. And once I had him built it, as soon as he got it here, I was like,
You know, I just realized bees don't really need power all that much. Sorry, Rimco.
so we're leaving it hooked up. I may set up my carpentry stuff over here, which would definitely need it. I'm honestly not sure. It looks damn cool, okay? Eventually, we're also going to set up a train station over here somewhere, and I'm going to have the train station go to Meaty's base and the other folks on the server. I know we've got like 8 people here. Yeah, you can see the Dave is on. I'm not sure where the Dave's base is, but I need to talk with the other guys on the server, see where everybody's base is. I think Krillix is over here. Yeah, you can see right over here. Krillix got some stuff. So I'm going to set up a railway to Krillix base, a railway to Meaty's base, and then the other guys in the stream, and you'll basically be able to, or in the collab, you'll be able to set like a push a button, and it'll configure the rail tracks, and you'll be able to go back and forth between those two guys' bases. So I think that'll be kind of cool. But I did want to give you guys a quick shot, show you guys what this all looked like, so you guys can see the Giant Honeycomb spaceship, which I think was an absolute amazing build. And that's pretty much the start of the base. So, like I said, starting tomorrow, you guys should get 1 episode a day for the next week. Let me know what you guys think. If there's anything specific you guys would like me to cover, make sure you leave it in the comment section below. For now, we're going to be focusing on bees and railcraft steam power through large steam boilers. So, anyways, hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, please slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.